yo! Here's one of those days where I say that one phrase that usually gets all people pissed off. If you didn't make money today, you don't know what you're doing. And if you're not using VWAP, it's a tragedy because it's really this easy, my friends. We had over 19 trades today. Every single one of them was the exact replica of any other trade that we normally do. So let's go walking through it. You're looking at Cliff right now, CLF. I like the stock. I've been trading the stock, and I was even surprised it was going down on earnings today. Market's kind of bullish. I figured you'd have some gap ups here, but again, that doesn't mean anything. What I think means nothing. What I do is everything. So when the stock tried to get over VWAP on the first tick, I'm not even bothering looking at the open anymore because the open is usually either a big candle up or a big candle down or a mix of both of them, and I'll show you what happened with Halliburton. But more importantly, this is why it's important to pick 3 or 4 names and stick to it. So I was all about Cliff because it was gap down, and I'm just waiting for the ass crack to form. So my first trade was this. You see where it hit 2 bottoms? It hit the same price twice over 2 minutes, and then it hit it again. As it hits it the third time, I started to buy it because I'm going to use the 1335 as my out. So then 1335, I buy it at 1340 with a nickel risk, $50 risk. And the first idea is I hope it reverts back to the VWAP. So if you're in from 1340 and it goes to 1367, that's $250 right there. Now again, I sell half here, fully expecting it to break VWAP and start ripping the shorts' heads off. But then it double tops and starts to roll over. Guess what? I put a stop at 1350 because a half number is important, especially during options, if you're trading options. Anyway, stock breaks 1350, I'm out. And then we're laughing, thinking, man, the whole market's rallying. Look at poor Cliff. We got stopped out on the way back down. You sold some here. You sold the rest on the rollover. No one's good enough to sell it all at the perfect price. You sell some here. You get stopped out on the way down. Still a profitable trade. Even selling at 1350. Remember, our entry was 1340. But then it does what we call the faux show bro. So if you think it's a coincidence that stocks break certain levels and then come right back, it's not a coincidence. It's called the fake out, shake out, breakout. So a stock will try to get as many people out of it as possible before moving on without you. We've all had that experience. So when you see it break the low of the day and then 2 minutes later it's coming back, it's the same trade as this now. So you broke 1335, you went down a whopping 9 cents, and then you came right back, and here we go. Hey, remember when we bought it at 1340 over here? Now we're buying it again at 1340. Except this time, you got 1,000 shares, but now you got 2 prices you could be worried about. The 13th, so now we're buying 1340. We're putting 500 shares at 35, and now we're going to use 500 at 1327, and look what happened. We got back to VWAP, paid again. And then it breaks the VWAP. No reason to think we're not about to go to $14. And it starts to roll over. But this time, look what happened. Look at the price it hit. It got me out because I used the half. So right there, I'm getting stopped out. But again, a profitable trade because I sold here. And then I got stopped out in this I'm the last loser that got out of the trade. But am I going to just sit idly by and watch my stock that I just sold out of break the VWAP without buying it again? Fuck that. I'm in. I'm in. I'm buying again, 1362. Now I'm buying $14 calls because now I'm convinced. We got the faux, we got the show. They just tried to shake me out. I'm immediately buying it back. I got out at 1350. Now I won't be fooled again. Fool me once, won't be fooled again. Now I'm buying $14 calls right here. And I'm buying the stock back. And now we finally got to the 14. I'm selling most of it right here. Now I have the options. And now that we have the options, we can let this trade breathe. And let me show you what the options did. So remember, it was 10.15 when we bought the options. Let me show you what the 14s look like. So the 14s at 10.15, they were breaking VWAP at 30 cents. So we bought 10 contracts at 30 cents. Next thing you know, I'm feeling pretty lovely about it. Next thing you know, there's that sell-off. I sold the stock, but we held the options. Next thing you know, 30's got us 50. Sold on the way back down. We sold a couple of contracts at 43. And then we held the rest. And look where we are now. Rocking. So that's just Cliff. Now, watch Halliburton. Halliburton did what I said I was nervous about. Look at these candles. Stock in 1 minute goes from 35.50 right back to 34.50, right back to 35.62, right back to 34.62. Are you kidding me? These are dollar candles. Good thing I stayed out of this mess. But then I saw it breaking down, and it became, look where it broke. And because I just noticed that Cliff did that, I said, hey, look, it's Halliburton doing the faux show. Let's buy the VWAP break. And bro, 34.75, we're in the stock. 34.75 got us 35.20, 35.50, 36, sold out of the stock. And this was one of those rare instances where I sold half number and I was out of the trade, and I've been out of the trade ever since. One of the better trades of the week, obviously Snapchat revisiting the stock. We've been making money on Snapchat the last couple of days, so little fake out, shake out. Here comes your breakout. No shame in paying up. We paid $8.60, breaking yesterday's highs. Paid $8.60, stock got to $9. Have a nice day. Options were a triple. And that's pretty much the day. I'm not going to go through the other 16 trades that I did. I'll show you a couple. Alibaba, you obviously know what I did there. Had it long pre-market and then confirmed the short trade right there. All right. What else was there? There was Cliff. There was Halliburton. There was the Qs. The Qs were the easiest one of the day, obviously. VWAP, ass crack break pre-market. Made some money. Sold it before the open. Consolidated. Bought it again right here when it broke out. I sold it in this consolidation. This was my worst trade of the day. This was me getting stopped out when it broke the double bottom, and I didn't buy it back this time because I was insulted that I got stopped out. If this consolidation would have held, I'd still be in the Qs, but it broke. That was me getting stopped out right in these candles because my stop was here. So not every trade's going to work perfectly, but the more you navigate them correctly, you usually come out ahead. That's what we do. And, there was a couple other ones. There was Tusha, TSHA. I know this is where the penny stock of the day, kind of worthless, waste of a time, more or less. We had a few banks. We had, if you could believe it, we traded Coke, traded UPS. And you see how they all just floating around the VWAP. And again, once you get the trade down, every day is the same exact day. And if that day is a profitable day, it's a great day to relive over and over again. All right, you guys be good. And this is Zeppelin.